Hello students. So probability distribution. So we see the third chapter, discrete probability distribution. Fourth chapter is the continuous probability distribution. In discrete probability distribution, we have to learn main articles, binomial distribution and Poisson distribution. And in continuous probability distribution, we have to learn rectangular distribution, normal distribution, exponential distribution, and geometric distribution. So, discrete probability distribution. Now, first is Bernoulli distribution. Bernoulli. Bernoulli distribution. So, Bernoulli distribution is not in your syllabus. If x is a random variable, now when you toss a coin, then getting head, probability of getting head is 1 by 2 and probability of getting non-head is again 1 by 2. So probability of getting head means probability of success, and probability of success is denoted by P, and probability of not getting head means failure, and failure is denoted by Q. Means here your number of trials are 1. X takes success, x takes the value 0 and 1. If it takes the success, then 1. And if it does not take the success means failure, Q. It takes the value 0. Means a random variable x takes here only 0 and 1. A Bernoulli distribution, a random variable x is said to follow a Bernoulli distribution if its probability mass function is given by probability of x is equal to p raised to x into q raised to 1 minus x. Here x take the values 0 and 1 only and is equal to 0 otherwise. So in discrete distribution, you know that random variable takes the probability mass function. If it is a continuous probability distribution, then random variable x or continuous variable takes the probability density function. So p of x is equal to x is equal to p raised to x, q raised to 1 minus x, x is equal to 0 and 1. So this is the Bernoulli distribution. Now we see our main article, that is the binomial distribution. Binomial distribution. Now, if you throw a coin or in Bernoulli distribution, you throw a coin 1 times, you get success or heads. If your trials are n independent trials, suppose you throw a coin until you get head. That is, if in a first trial you get head, success. In second trial, so how many trials here? Number of trials, n trials. In second trial, suppose you get failure, f. Then third trial, you get success. Fourth trial, again you get success. Fifth trial, if you failure. Sixth trial, 6. Yes, f. And so on. So these are the n trials. Now, probability of this. S is how many S? Suppose x Yes, yes, yes. That is the probability of yes. This can be written as yes. How many yes, yes occurs? X times. And suppose F occurs how many times? So your trials are n trials. Therefore, n minus x times. So probability of yes is denoted by P. P of S is P, 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 and probability of failure Q, 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 Q. Therefore, P, P, P. How many times? X times means P raised to X, and this is the total trials are n trials. So Q raised to P raised to X into Q raised to n minus x. But the probability of success or probability of x success is written as ncx. Therefore, required probability is ncx into, therefore probability of x is equal to x. Here x takes the values from 0, 1, 2 up to the n. ncx, p raised to x, q raised to n minus x. Here x takes the values 0, 1, 2 up to the n. These are the n independent trials. So this is the probability mass function of binomial distribution. So what is the definition of binomial distribution? A definition: a random variable capital X is said to have a binomial distribution if it has the probability mass function as, that is, P of x is equal to x is equal to ncx. N are the number of trials and x are the number of success. So from number of trials, x are the success. ncx, p raised to x into q raised to n minus x. Here n takes the value 0, 1, 2 up to the n and is equal to 0 otherwise. We note that here summation of p of x, here x is going from 0 to n. So you have to check its value is 1 or not. So summation of p of x means this: x is going from 0 to n, ncx, p raised to x, q raised to n minus x. And this can be written as summation of. So what is this? So you know the expansion of binomial. So this means q plus p raised to n. And you know that p is the probability of success and q is the probability of failure. Q plus p is 1. So is equal to 1 raised to n is equal to 1. Therefore, sum of all probability p of x is equal to 1. So you remember this. So using this, we see one example. If 10 coins are thrown simultaneously then find the probability of getting at least 9 heads. Solution. So you have 10 coins and you have thrown 10 coins simultaneously, and you have to find the probability of getting at least 9 heads or 8 heads or 7 heads or 6 heads. It may be any. But here you have to find the probability of getting at least 9 heads. At least 9 means 9. Getting, so in 10 coins there are 10 heads. At least 9 heads means you have to find the probability of x is equal to 9 plus probability of x is equal to 10 by the theorem of probability. Addition theorem of probability. Now if let P is equal to probability of getting head. So you know that is equal to 1 by 2. Here are two exhaustive cases, and getting head there is one favorable case, that is its probability is 1 by 2. And Q is the probability of not getting head. Not getting head is equal to, again, 1 minus 1 by 2 means again this is 1 by 2. You have to find the probability of getting at least 9 hits. The probability of getting X success, probability of getting X success in a throw of n trials. You know the formula, probability of getting X success in a throw of n coins or n trials. N coins or n trials is given by that is probability of x is equal to x. So is equal to ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x. Here n takes the values, x takes the values 0, 1, 2 up to the n. Here probability of, now here how many coins are there? 10 coins. Here probability of x is equal to getting at least 10. Here number of trials are, probability of x is equal to x. Here n trials, not n coins, here n trials. No doubt n is equal to 10. 10 cx into p raised to x q raised to 10 minus x. Here x is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to the 10. We have to find the probability of getting at least 9 heads. Probability of, I will write here, probability of getting at least 9 heads. Here x is the probability of getting x success or x heads. Success means getting X heads. 9 heads is given by probability of X at least is greater than or equal to 9. Equal to 9 or greater than or equal to 9. So greater than 9 means 10, because there are 10 coins only and there are 10 heads. So is equal probability of X is equal to 9 plus probability of X is equal to 10 only. So probability of X is equal to 9 means 10 C9 into, what is P here? Already you have written P is the probability of getting head, 1 by 2 raised to X. Again Q is 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus X. Then plus P of X is equal to 10 means 10 C10 1 by 2 raised to X into 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus X. Means 1 by 2 raised to X into 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus X means 1 by 2 raised to X plus 10 minus X means 1 by 2 raised to 10. So is equal to 1 by 2 raised to 10 in bracket. Again here 1 by 2 raised to 10. So this is common. So 10 C9 plus 10 C10. So you know the formula of NCR, factorial n upon n minus r factorial into r factorial. So this is 1 upon 2 raised to 10. So 10 C9 is 10 and 10 C10 is 1. So 10 plus 1 means 11 and upon 2 raised to 10 means 2 into 2 into 2 10 times. So this is 1024. So this is the probability of getting at least 9 heads. If you have asked find the probability of getting at least 7 heads, means probability of X is greater than or equal to 7 is equal to probability of X is equal to 7 plus probability of X is equal to 8 plus probability of X is equal to 9 plus probability of X is equal to 10. So in this way, if 10 coins are thrown, then we have to find the probability of getting at least 9 heads in a throw of 10 coins. So we stop here. Thank you.